Caravan, take it easy, pulls away on the first leg of our trip from Melbourne to Adelaide along the southern coast of Australia in 1957. The Caravan is a locally built one, weighing about 14,500 weight when loaded, and is towed by a Volkswagen 1200. The road is an extremely pretty drive. As you can see from the pictures, it runs right along the coast. Here is the actual entrance to the start of the road. It runs right along the very edge of the sea and is in many cases cut into the side of the rock. The signs here show a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. There is nothing between the side of the road and the boiling surf of the Southern Ocean immediately on the left-hand side. The first settlement of any size is Apollo Bay, which was one of the earliest settlements on this coast of Australia. It does not take long in this part of the country to get away from the sealed roads and on to the gravel and dirt and flint surfaces. And here the road winds very tortuously amongst a mass of wooded eucalyptus trees. Port Campbell is another one of these same settlements and is set amongst a glorious scene of high cliffs of granite which are most wonderful in size and colour. Many of these cliffs have been eroded over the centuries, and there are large columns standing up on their own out to sea, known as the 12 Apostles. These columns, some of them are 80 feet high and are less than 20 feet in diameter at the base. A wayside halt for a barbecue lunch, and the wonderful laughing kookaburras keep us company from the gum trees around. Port Fairy is one of the oldest towns in the state. Although quite a small place with only about 2,500 inhabitants, it is a pretty fishing village. It was in fact founded in 1837. On the road again, and on the way to the South Australian border. The area here is fairly flat, and the trees are rather beautiful. The notices in this picture warn against the possibility of bushfires. Here we come to the entry to South Australia on the junction midway almost between Melbourne and Adelaide. And the first town of any size in South Australia is Mount Gambier. This is in rich volcanic country. It's a flourishing town with many fine buildings. There are 4 beautiful lakes within the craters of the extinct volcanoes in this area, which of course were extinct a very long time ago. The most famous is the Blue Lake, which has an area of 176 acres. This is a natural reservoir for the town and the whole district. No one quite knows why the lake becomes so blue, and in fact it only does it at certain times of the year. But the effect is beautiful. Now we are approaching the Coorong, which is a large area, about 90 miles long, a neck of sea about 3 miles wide, and the outlet to the sea is at the mouth of the River Murray. Here are black swans taking off as we approach them. One of the many hazards in this part of the area are sharp bends, and the approach here to Murray Bridge, which is over the valley at the beginning of the mouth of the Murray River, Australia's greatest. Beautiful vineyards in this part of South Australia produce most of Australia's fine wines. These are mainly owned owned by many German and immigrant families. Another of the hazards very often encountered on Australian roads is the unguarded railway crossing. And now the approach to Adelaide. This beautiful town nestles at the bottom of the hills and can be seen in its entirety from the top. This is the statue of the founder of Adelaide, Colonel Light, and this is the view from his statue, which takes in the whole of the centre of Adelaide town. Adelaide is the capital of South Australia and one of the prettiest of the capitals. Brings us to the end of our journey and the end of our trip, which took in all some 600 miles.